is up, everyone? It is Rachel. Welcome back to my channel. I look super weird right now talking to a camera, but we are going to be doing a UC Berkeley campus tour today. I'll be walking around all of campus and then showing you the buildings. As you can sort of see, it is foggy right now. This is Carl the Fog. Usually it's like foggy in the morning and then it'll get sunnier later in the afternoon. You can see I'm in a sweatshirt, Patagonia shirt underneath too. When you come to California, it is not like SoCal, LA, super hot. It's like this kind of weather usually. I'm hot right now because I just walked up the hill and Berkeley's campus is super hilly. We're gonna get started and switch over to voiceover Rachel so I don't look like a weirdo talking to myself. So right now we are at Memorial Stadium. This is where you would normally start tours if you come to Berkeley's campus. Off to the left side of the stadium, usually you can see the Golden Gate Bridge, but obviously since it's a little foggy today, we cannot see the Golden Gate Bridge, but this is where you'd be starting the campus tour at the football stadium, which is super exciting. Right here is one of the gyms that we have on campus. The other main gym is at the lower end of campus. And so here we have a classroom. It's a Haas Innovation Lab, and then there's also an engineering classroom at the stadium, which I think it's super cool that there's actually classrooms at the football stadium, because normally you would think it's just student athletes that are going to the football stadium, but it's not. So walking down the stairs, we have a bear statue here. It's one of the 27 bear statues that we have on campus. Going across the street, we have Berkeley Haas. This is one of the graduate schools that we have here on campus. Haas also does an undergraduate degree program where it's a 2-year program. You would apply your sophomore year in the fall, and then if you get into the program, you hear back in the spring, and then 2 years, junior and senior, you would take classes here at Haas. But Berkeley's campus, I've taken classes at Haas. There isn't specific areas for certain students kind of thing. So even if you aren't in Haas, you can take classes if you are interested in like finance or marketing, stuff like that. So this is the inside of one of the buildings. I was trying to get into a lecture hall to film for you all, but there's a class going on because it is summer school right now and they are starting finals next week, which is super crazy. Walking out, Haas is super gorgeous. As you can see, there's a cafe in Haas and there's also a library, stuff like that. We're gonna go across the street and then we see the School of Optometry. It's one of the graduate schools here on campus as well. And so these are such cute little bear paws down here. Obviously, optometry means eyes, so there's the eye center. This is Worcester Hall. It's where the College of Environmental Design is located in this cluster of buildings as well. This green tile building here is the music library. You don't need to be a music student, obviously, to go into that library. Over here, this orangey building is Hertz Hall. It's a lecture hall. And then going across, there is music practice rooms that you can sign out with your student ID. Also, all libraries, you do need a student ID to go into, except for one, which I'll point out when we walk by it, but this is the music area of campus. Walking out this way, there is a lot of like nature, which I really enjoy about Berkeley's campus. And so over here we have some redwood trees, so it's like, aha, we're at Yosemite, but we're not. There's a bunch of squirrels usually, which is pretty cute. This is Pappy Waldorf. He was the football coach that led our football team to 3 consecutive Rose Bowl championships. And then turning around, we have 4.0 hill. So if you come to orientation, the orientation leaders will make you roll down this hill in hopes of getting a 4.0 your first semester here at Berkeley. I never rolled down the hill because I never went to orientation, so maybe that's why I didn't get a 4.0. We have a bridge, and then underneath is Strawberry Creek. And so this is like a creek river system that goes all the way throughout campus. We're crossing it once right now, and then we'll also cross it once more later. And then going up this way, we see the base of the Campanile, which is our clock and bell tower on campus. But for this tour, we're gonna turn right and then we'll loop around, and then you can see the Campanile from the other side because this angle, there are trees sort of blocking. If you do come to Berkeley's campus, you will notice that it is walkable in about 10 minutes, and pointing up there is Haas. It's sort of like a really big loop, and so a lot of places connect to other places. Up here we have a lot of the College of Chemistry buildings. So Professor Glenn Seaborg, he was the first person to rearrange the periodic table. He also discovered 10 periodic table elements and has a periodic table element named after him, which is Seaborgium. So the more you know. Coming up this way, we have the coolest building on campus, this red tiled building right here, Pimentel Hall, and it actually has a 3-part rotating stage on the inside of it. So then going across the street here, we have Hearst Memorial Mining Circle. The green building is Evans Hall. Then turning around, we have this building, which sort of has lecture halls, labs, stuff like that on the inside. This is a cool building. This is Campbell Hall. If you take Astronomy C10, there's a large telescope at the top of this building where you get to go up and look at like the stars, moon, galaxies. So the weirdest part of campus, here are our Nobel laureate parking spaces, so get on that. And then walking down here, we have the Campanile. It is a 307-foot tall clock and bell tower. It's actually the 3rd tallest clock and bell tower in the world. This tower dings on the hour every hour, and then at 7:50 a.m., 12 noon, and 6 p.m., there are daily concerts that are played on the bells. So most of the time it's like classical music, but I've also heard things like the Office theme song, Game of Thrones, stuff like that, which is super, super cool. So here we have 4.0 ball. There's a lot of GPA related things. This one, it's not as well used, I guess, compared to 4.0 hill and the seal, which we'll see a little bit later. So here from the Campanile, usually when it's a non-cloudy day, you can see the Golden Gate Bridge as well. You can also go to the top of the Campanile. It's an elevator ride, and then you can see the Golden Gate Bridge from the top and all of Berkeley's campus from an aerial point of view. So this red building here is South Hall. It is the oldest building on campus. Walking this way, we're going to see a bunch of the libraries that we have on campus. So as alluded to, this is 4.0 seal next to Memorial Glade, this field here. 4.0 seal, it is said that if you step on this seal while you are at Berkeley, you will never get a 4.0 GPA while you're here. So do not step on this seal. Memorial Glade to our right is a field. When it's sunny, a lot of students hang out. They'll throw a frisbee, sleep, nap, do homework. This is Doe Library. Right now we are surrounded by libraries. Library, it's one of the main libraries on campus. As you can see, it says the University Library across the top. This is CV Star East Asian Library. Over here is Moffitt Library. And then below us is actually an underground library. So let me know if you want to see a library tour after this video. So Moffitt here is the first 24/7 library that we have on campus. So at any time of the night that you want to study, you can totally study. It's also the only library that lets you bring food into it, which is super cool. So bring your pizza, bring your Chipotle, and go inside to that library. Walking down here, this is one of the entrances to the underground library of the many entrances because that library is huge. To the left here is one of the cafes on campus. It has a really cute outdoor seating area, and then there's usually a lot of squirrels here as well, which is cute. So walking down here is the Valley Life Sciences building, also known as VLSB. From this angle, you cannot tell how large it is, but this building is 3 acres big, so it's a very, very large building. Over here, if you see this edge of the building is where the College of Natural Resources classes are, but like I said, I have classes literally everywhere on campus, so it's not like you're only taking classes in one part of campus. So we're going to go inside of VLSB. This building, it has lecture halls, labs, stuff like that. And then it also has some cute little dinosaur exhibits. So here we have 2 of the main ones up for display right next to one of the libraries that's in VLSB. And so I really like this area. It's super cute to look at all of the like archaeological things. And then, oh, here is me. How cute. And so we're gonna leave this building and walk outside. So here's another view of the Campanile, which is actually the safest building in case of an earthquake. So there's facts for you. Down this way is where the BART station is located. That's like the subway metro station. Down there, there's also a Starbucks down there, which is great, but also it's sort of far away. And so we're gonna keep walking this way. And here we're gonna cross Strawberry Creek again. So it's really nice if you just wanna listen to nature and chill out. So walking up this way, we're on an edge of campus right now, the bottom edge, and so walking up this way, we have the main gym is around the corner there. Here is Haas Pavilion. It's the home to our gymnastics, basketball, and volleyball teams here on campus. You can see one of the dorms for campus. This is Blackwell Hall. Let me know if you want to see dorm tours as well. Leave a comment down below. So we're going to keep walking up this way. We're almost to the main heart of campus, which is Sproul Plaza. So walking up this way, we are going to hit Lower Sproul Plaza first. Out here, a lot of like dance teams practice, skateboarders skateboard, and then campus groups hold concerts here. So like Kaylani came to campus a few semesters ago. And so this is just a nice cluster of buildings. We're going to go into the Martin Luther King Jr. Student Union on Lower Sproul. It's got a lot of great study places. Sometimes it's hard to find a seat in here, which is sort of sucky, but I really like studying here. There's also food here. Restaurants you have to pay actual money for. They are not like meal points you can use, but these are actual restaurants. So right now, I'm surprised not more people were studying in MLK right now because it's finals for the summer students. So a lot of seats, which is usually not the case. Leaving MLK and turning up, we're going to walk up the stairs to Sproul Plaza, which is the main heart of campus. If you saw my other UC Berkeley Q&A video, I talked a little bit about Sproul, but basically every single day when classes are in session, students line this plaza with tables and flyer to students to get you to join their club, fundraise, stuff like that. So this is where a lot of students are located when classes are full swing. So it's really, really cool to come out here and just see the student life, the student activities, all of that jazz. So right now it's a little bit desolate because it is summer, but you can still see that campus isn't dead in the summer. Right here is the GBC. It's one of the cafes on campus where you can use meal points at. And then finally we have Sather Gate, probably one of the most famous landmarks on campus besides the Campanile. And so a lot of people take like grad photos here, stuff like that. This rounds out our campus tour. Thank you all so much for watching, and hopefully you all enjoyed. Make sure you like and subscribe and leave comments for any other videos that you want to see me do. Thanks.